Hello and welcome back to another Red Dragon racing stream on a Tuesday. It's religious here. Every Tuesday we've got our open lobby racing. SAS out on the front of the grid. Lights are out. Let's get into it. Takes away first, of course, got a nice sharp right-hander up a hill to start this lap off. SAS tears away with it through into the first bend. Freddy, D-Lox, Pan Am, Delta Bell. It's a four-man British front row. Pan Am now running in fifth with JHS behind Jolvo now, kicking it from second place, unfortunately, all the way down to 7. Must have been something there from his start. JHS, though, with Jolvo and Hazard then in tow, down to 8th place. ARPS in the Subaru with Orion, Supercat, and then Blaze backing up. Back on board then with the leadership of this race. SAS still very much at the helm of it. D-Lox though in second place and chasing him down in that M6. Pan Am has climbed back up onto the podium where he stood halfway through qualifying. He feels it's his rightful spot. Big slide there from JHS coming across the path of the other racers, and he's lost a couple of positions in doing so. Jolvo then, he's in 7th place of course from second, which is a shame. We were hoping that he was going to keep his second place here. Oh, he's just nudged the wall there on the exit as well. Right, so Blaze then. On board with him in the RSR. He's got JHSThirteen closing in fast in the McLaren. JHS goes up the inside, backs out of it, can't quite find the room. Yellow flag up ahead. SAS, what happened there, my man? SAS from first place here. What's happened? He's come up. He's caught the grass and he's gone round. What a shame. SAS caught the barrier. Oh dear, he manages to get himself back round and settles himself in 9th position. But from the lead of this race with a phenomenal pace, that must be disheartening. Hopefully he can get himself back. So D-Lox then, now in control of the race in the M6 Sprint. JHS then, now also up into 3rd. As I was just saying, actually, with the progress of JHS, before noticing that SAS caused the yellow flag, JHS at the start was not quick at all.
Are you sure about
but then
that?
he started, you know, towards the bottom of the, or towards the top of the grid, sorry. Who just sort of stacked to there? Blaze. Blaze has hit the wall, unfortunately, in the 14 numbered Twitch. Oh no, he's just tried to come back on in front of other people and it's caused another incident. SAS now back up to 6. Though JHSThirteen now running rather cool in 3rd. He's got Orion behind him 4th, again, who's had a phenomenal comeback race, and another racer who has improved massively over the time. JHSThirteen though occupying 2nd place. Pan Am now in 1st, having D-Lox pitted, I believe. Pan Am now in on the mediums. Let's see how long the stop is. Yeah, not much time lost at all from the stop here at Alsace. He's back out into 4th, just behind D-Lox. Well, 3.5 seconds behind. So in a sense, D-Lox has given a bit of an undercut there. Well played by D-Lox. He's outplayed Pan Am on the race strategy. Pan Am now under intense pressure from Hazard. Jump on board with him as Hazard makes the move on the inside. Nicely done. Let's stay on board with this battle. Hazard, Pan Am, RSR versus Supra. Who's going to come out on top? So far it's Pan Am. Lovely exit there off that corner. Beautiful exit. Hazard having to pick up the pieces from that one and say that was a fantastic move at the inside there for Pan Am. Hazard comes back for inside again. No, Pan Am defends it off. This is where we're now going to see Pan Am come to life. So let's jump on board then with Hazard as he attacks Pan Am. Let's see the defending from the inside of the car. Of course, Hazard, he's on the softs. He needs to pit. Pan Am, he's on fresh softs. He's not pitting again. This isn't really a battle that Hazard can win. Little bit of an inside touch there for Pan Am. It unsettles that Porsche as he heads to the exit of that corner, but he's made it round. Nice sweep up into this long corner. Both using a lot of that grass. A little bit of a wobble for the Supra here of Hazard, but he's back in control of it. Now a 1.5 seconds between Pan Am and Hazard. This could well be, though, those brand new fresh softs really playing into his favour as well. JHSThirteen into the pits. Orion now in control of the race. D-Lox back onto the podium. 2nd place for him. Just Pan Am and Hazard now coming across. Are they going to outpit JHS13? Yes, they are. JHS13, though, he's now out in the McLaren on the mediums. Hazard, he goes side by side with JHS13. If it's not Pan Am, it's someone else for Hazard. Not a single bit of pressure there. Well, it's the other way round. Now it's Hazard now having to defend. Let's go on board once again to watch Hazard's defensive moves now as he defends off JHS13 on brand new fresh racing mediums in this McLaren. Big dive up the inside there for JHS13. I'm not too sure that was legal. I would say Hazard wants that position back, and I'd say rightly so. JHS, I believe, handing that position over would avoid a little trip to the stewards later on. SAS now down in... oh, he's in 9th. How's he picked up a 3-second penalty? It has not gone well for the pole sitter here in Alsace. I don't think this... well, originally I thought he was rather adept at this track, but he's had a bit of a mare of a race, it seems, and say 8th is the position for SAS so far. JHS13 in the McLaren, a phenomenal fight to get up to 3rd. However, I do think we need to double check that dive on the inside of Hazard, lap 5, because that was a little bit rough. Supercat then, 5th. Fantastic stuff. ARPS just catching the barrier, and into the wall goes ARPS. Jolvo just managing to go around. SAS slowing down for his penalty. It's now Jolvo's 6th. ARPS in 7th. Another position climb for Jolvo, but again, not had the best of race starts for Jolvo as he ended down in 7th place from starting 2nd. Of course, you know, while this is going on, Hazard seen this in the mirrors. He's seen that SMFC M6 coming. He's going to be thinking, you know, put the toe down. He's going to start really pushing that Super A in front of him now. We are on lap 8. We're soon to enter the final lap, to which Deluxe is in control of now. Of course, we're on board with the previous pole sitter, and who started this race out in front. Had an unfortunate incident there, like Hazard has done so. Hazard has unfortunately found the grass there in the exact same way that SAS did, which cost him the lead. Hazard regains himself, comes 10th now. Deluxe on his final lap, 37 seconds into it now, just over a minute to go. A fantastic race for him, and so I think Deluxe comes 2nd. End of the lap incoming then for Deluxe, in control of the race in the M6. A phenomenal start to the evening. Has been a while since we've seen a Deluxe pole, and if so, have we ever? But here he comes, approaching the final chicane here at Alsace to finish off what has been a rather interesting race with a fair amount of things for us to be going to look back on, but some exciting moments just as well. One of which being this: Deluxe finds the line here. 1st place for Deluxe, 2nd place for Pan Am in the LSR portion. JHS13 finding himself on the podium in that green Marlboro McLaren. Across the line comes JHS. Orion, 4th place. Across the line for our Orion. Jolvo, 5th place now in the LSR 911. Round he comes through the final bend, closely followed by SAS and ARPS. Jolvo in 5th, SAS 6th, ARPS backwards and 7th in that BRZ. Dented Bumper Freddy, he's 8th. Supercat finishes 9th in the pit lane. Hazard, he comes around now to the final chicane. Round he comes, just past the wall he goes. Near miss for Hazard, but to the line. Blaze following suit. 10th for SRR. Hazard, Blaze, 10th place. Supercat, 11th. And then Jackson, 36 in 12th. Lights out and away they go towards the first corner. Jigglypuff away first in that GTR. SAS coming close 2nd. So Jigglypuff takes the group through first, SAS close following. Bit of slipping and sliding towards the back of the grid, but from what I can see, all of the grid have made it through tidily. Jigglypuff and SAS really toughing it out here. Seriously putting SAS at work here. Of course, SAS is a phenomenal racer himself, so this should be a good little challenge for him. Both cars having a little bit of a slip and slide there. Pardon me, around that hairpin bend. These two now. 2.5 seconds is the gap between the others here. What's happening here is a few people tossing and sliding across. I think there may have just been a little bit of lag there. I saw that. Has a rage quit. I have no idea. I don't know what happened. All I can see is Deluxe is lagging out hard, though. He does do this quite often, but he tends to be able to stay clean, which is fair enough. But he's coming into the pits now early, off the mediums and onto the softs. Langham, though. Langham looking to put a bit of a move on Jolvo here into the first corner. In the Black Falcon AMG goes Langham. Can he get it done? Not quite. Jolvo takes the outside line, picks up that decent exit speed, and shuts the door on him into the fast chicane here. JHS13 also up ahead and aware of this battle. Jolvo now also challenging JHS13, bringing JHS13 into him, using him as a defensive move. But in doing so, Langham's managed to get himself side by side with Jolvo. They are 2 apiece as we head into the swooping left-hander here. Jolvo, though, on the inside, just leaving himself a little bit of distance between, and say, Langham backing out of that battle there, not putting himself into a dangerous spot. So fantastically raced by Langham, not risking either one of the drivers. Jolvo, though, now sticking it to JHS13. JHS13 has lost a place to Jolvo. He thought he may have lost one to Langham, but gained one instead. Langham puts the move on JHS13. It's a late dive at the inside for Langham. We'll just watch that by or back. He's given the position over to he's given the position over to JHS13 again. Whether that was intentional or whether JHS took it back, I'm not too sure. But Freddie in Dented Bumper, in the Red Bull Lexus, now taking Langham's position. Up into 7th, and Langham pushed back down to 8th. Jigglypuff has now cleared a 1.6 second gap to SAS in 2nd place. P3 is 6.5 seconds out in the form of Orion. JHS13, he's not far out either, just about a second behind. And Langham now up into 7th place. Ooh, Freddie having a bit of a rough exit there from the corner. Just finding a little bit of grass in the barrier there on the way through. It's cost him a bit of time, but not too much at all. He's 0.5 still off Supercat, so I think Supercat might have had a similar issue. Langham going real wide there and goes bumper to bumper now with JHS. JHS, well, just a little touch ahead. I think bumper to bumper was a little bit dramatic for myself there, 0.4. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag? Oh, Jackson's backwards. SAS, though, has pulled the gap down and is now just less than a second out from Jigglypuff. He's really put the work in here on Sardegna. He's found a little bit of pace. It has paid off from, he's looking to better his lap here from a 142.6 already. A 142.011, though, is the fast lap. Just 4 laps in from Jigglypuff. So, again, just some phenomenal pace around this track for Jigglypuff. 11 seconds is the gap between 1st and 2nd place and 3rd. So an incredibly consistent run for Jigglypuff and SAS so far. Freddie, though, up into 3rd. He's made it round Supercat and Orion. Orion dived himself into the pits, though, I believe, leaving Supercat out in the battle on himself. But Langham has had a bit of a recovery himself as well from down in 8th where we last seen him. He's now putting a move on Supercat. He goes 4th. No, but he's got really wide. He's had to give both positions back, and he's round. Langham went for the move. It was set up perfectly, but as we can just catch the back end of it there, he caught the grass and the back end went round on that Black Falcon AMG. He's reset himself, but he has to attack now once again from 9th. What's my other one? I thought SAS was going. Yes, SAS is. He's going for the undercut. He's done using his softs now. Jigglypuff's still on the softs, though. 6 laps in here. I think Jigglypuff might be going to the end. Hopefully Jigglypuff remembers, though, that they have got to change over to the medium tyre at some point and doesn't just continue on in 1st place, because that would be a shame to see them lose such a victorious run so far through not pitting. Jigglypuff now into the pits, which leaves SAS. Where does SAS come out in relation to Jigglypuff? Ooh, 6 seconds ahead nearly. Oh no, he is closing in fast. Mind, of course, Jigglypuff losing a lot of momentum coming out of the pits and onto the straight, whereas SAS carrying a lot here into this chicane. Again, though, we're both on the mediums now. We are both on the mediums. It's going to be, again, just a 2-horse battle. SAS is a 1 lap older than Jigglypuff's. Don't think that's going to come into play much. Ooh, SAS just meeting the wall, unfortunately. Adam, 3rd place, though. Jigglypuff now 3.3 ahead of SAS in 2nd place in the M6. So Blaze is really starting to put the hammer down now to catch Orion. Of course, penultimate lap here. Orion is lapping rather fast, and I think it is fair to start saying, there's a bit of respect that deserves to go with Orion's name. He is a fast racer. Oh, Blaze, that's why he's so far up. I do apologise, but yeah, Blaze just going into the pits now on the final lap to go over to the mediums. Orion looking secure at the moment in 4th, I may say. He's looking rather good for a 4th. It's not on the podium, but still that's a decent finish indeed. No, fair play. What a run. Jigglypuff has not lost the lead this entire run. It is fair to say that Sardegna A is definitely the layout for this GTR in the hands of Jigglypuff. Around the final corner comes the knockout GTR, and towards the line goes Jigglypuff. Well done on your pole position here, finishing first around Sardegna. Second place to SAS, and Deluxe across the line in third. Orion, fourth place for the Good Smile Racing AMG. Jolvo, fifth place for the LSR Racing 911. Supercat in sixth position in the Jag. I wouldn't go too slow. JHS is coming up really fast. Sixth or seventh for Supercat. JHSThirteen in sixth. Oh, Supercat didn't pit again. What an idiot. But JHSThirteen in sixth. Langham in seventh. Blaze in eighth. Freddy in ninth. So that's all we've got time for in part 1 of our Tuesday Racing Group 3 highlights. But not to worry, we'll be back again tomorrow with part 2 at the same time. So make sure you guys tune in. But thank you all for watching Red Dragon Racing, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.